All right, let's get started. Hello and welcome to the 45th Annual MIT Integration Bee. To those of you who are here or to those of you who are watching the live stream online, thank you so much for coming. I hope you'll have a good time. All right, let me start the slideshow. All right, so first of all, if you're first time here, what is MIT Integration Bee? So, the nutshell is it is spelling bee, but instead of spelling words, you solve integrals. So this has been an MIT tradition since 1981 and has been running every year pretty much since. This is an event run mostly by a graduate student at MIT in the MIT Math department. So we write integrals, we run the event. So this is an event where contestants try to solve the integrals, ranging from ones that are probably fair game in 1801 to ones that make you question what on earth you're really looking at. And for those of you in the audience, feel free to solve along or cheer on your favorite mathletes. So the qualifier happened yesterday. We had 47 participants, and the top 16 qualified for the main event. So the average score was 9.13, so it was a little bit harder than last year. And to qualify, you need to have solved 12 out of the 20 integrals, and the highest score is 19 out of 20. So pretty strong contestants who qualified. All right. So how is the main event gonna work? So as I said, the top 16 of the qualifier qualifies for the main event, and we have two main stages. It's similar to how most sports work. First, we have like a quote-unquote regular season, where we run pretty much like a compressed round robin, where and the top 8 qualifies to the playoffs, where we have a single elimination bracket to determine the winner. And for those of you who have plans, here's approximately the schedule. So starting at 6:45, we'll start the regular season. It will run for about an hour, and then we'll then run the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. The event will roughly end around 10:15, although there's absolutely no guarantee. Yeah. We'll have a short break between rounds as well. All right, time to introduce what the people are playing for. So if you made it into the top 8, you will get one of these ice cream gift cards, $10. It's either Toscanini's or New Cities. You'll get a choice depending on your rank. If you made it to top 4, you'll get one of these math books. They're more or less integration related, so hopefully they're relevant. If you made it to top 2 or if you made it to the finals, you get one of these, I guess they're called tumblers, with math things written on it, so you can show off your really math. And if you are, if you win the finals, you'll get this very fancy wizard's hat, and you will be crowned the Grand Integrator of 2026. All right, ground rules. First of all, so how do people solve integrals? So anytime you'll be people will be up on the board, I'll give them a slip of paper with the integral written on it, and then when they start, they'll flip over the paper and start integrating on the board. We'll also show the integral on the screen for the audience if you want to solve along. To submit your answer, you must box or circle your answer, obviously, and it's only the answer that matters. You don't have to show your work, but you probably want to write down some work to keep track. And make sure that you only box or circle exactly one thing. So if you have you want to change your answer, you make sure to erase or cross out the previous one. And for the audience, please stay silent while integrating. Obviously, feel free to solve along or just watch. Either is fine. But yeah, please don't make any noises or try to spoil the answer, because that will be very boring. Yeah. All right. So some words on what kind of answers are good. So first of all, just some convention. Whenever log appears in our integrals, we will assume that's the natural log because it's the natural log to use for mathematicians. When you submit an answer for indefinite integrals, you do not need to use plus c. This also means that if your answer is off by a constant function, it'll also be fine. And also in your answer to indefinite integrals, your logs do not need absolute values. So the integral of 1 over x, you can just write down log x. You don't need to write down log absolute value of x. In general, we accept all algebraically equivalent answers. So this means that you can leave your answers in terms of large powers, binomial coefficients, factorials. You also don't have to fully simplify your answers. In previous years, we may have tried to enforce some sort of simplification. This year, there's no more because that doesn't make anyone happy. Yeah. So as long as your answer is equivalent to ours, we will accept it. However, there are some rules. First of all, the answer must be in closed form. So so in your answer, you should not have any sigmas. You cannot have any product symbols. You should not. You cannot have any dots. And obviously, you should not have any integral signs in your answer. And in your answers to definite integrals, you are not allowed to use floor functions, ceiling functions, fractional parts, or absolute values. So if you have those, you want to compute what they actually evaluate to. All right. So these are rules that apply to the entire tournament. Next, let me introduce how the regular season works. So in regular season, we'll have 20 integrals. They're separated into 5 sets of 4. Each set will try to will be more or less balanced in terms of difficulty, and each player will be attempting one of the 4 integrals. So this also means that because we have 16 competitors and there are 4 integrals in each set, there will be 4 players up on the board at once. So the schedule is designed such that each pair of players will be up on the board at the same time exactly once. So this is you might be wondering how do we design this? Here's a hopefully usual illustration. So imagine that imagine the 16 competitors are arranged 1 through 16 in some order. Then in the first set we'll have the numbers in each row go up at the same time, and the second set will have the columns. Third set will have the squares with the same background colors. The fourth will have the cells with the same text colors, and then finally we'll have numbers with the same font. So you can check that every pair of numbers share exactly one of these 5 attributes. And so this is how we make sure that every pair of players play against each other once. Yeah, I mean this is just so beautiful. All right, so during regular season, you'll have a 2-minute time limit for each integral, and how the scoring works is that if for an integral S players solve and F fail, then each person who solved the integral gains 1 point per person who failed. And each person who failed loses 1 point per person who solved it. So you can check that this is like a zero-sum system. So for example, if one person solves the integral and 3 people fail, then the person who solved will get 3 points, and the 3 people who failed will lose 1 point each. So the net total is 0. And obviously, if everyone solves the integral or everyone fails the integral, then nobody gain or lose any points. So this is also a way to balance between potentially the integrals of different difficulties, and make sure that it's somewhat fair, at least between different integrals. After that, the top 8 in terms of points will advance to the playoffs. So if 2 people have the same number of points, then the tiebreaker is based on the total number of points gained. So if both players have 2 points and one person gained 6 points and lost 4 points, it will be ranked higher than a person who gained 4 points and lost 2 points. So basically, if someone solved harder integrals on average, they'll be ranked higher in tiebreakers. And if that's still tied, we look at the number of integrals solved, and if that's still tied, then we look at the qualifying exam scores. Hopefully, it won't show up too often. All right, so that's pretty much the rules for the regular season. So with that out of the way, let me pull up the. So here is the schedule. As you can see, we have 5 sets, and starting from problem 1, we'll have 4 people up on the board, and the scoreboards will be on the right. So you'll see the points gained, the points lost, and the number of solves, the number of fails. So basically, the boolean number is the one that's the most important. All right, I think we are ready to get started. Let me pull up the PDF. Where's the problems? All right. And the timer. All right. So can we have, for problem 1, Lerchen, Katie, Rohan, and Jason up on the board, please? Yeah, please stand to be at your board that you are assigned. Yeah. Face down. Keep it face down. Keep it face down. All right. This will be the first problem of the regular season. On the count of 3, 2, 1, integrate. One minute. Twenty seconds. Five. Time is up. All right. So we'll be checking the answer. The answer is e to the 26 to the 2026 minus 1 over 2026. All right. It seems like boards 1 and 2 are correct. Yeah, boards 1 and 2 are correct. Okay. Please erase your board after when you're done. Thank you. Yeah, so what? Okay, once again, so as an example, in that case, the board 1 and 2 will gain 2 points, and board 3 and 4 will lose 2 points. All right. Problem 2, can we have Harry, Gorkirat, Mark, and Max up on the board, please? Let's give it up to the contestants again. Oh, I just, whoops. Yeah. What the fuck? Huh? Why is it, okay. Here. All right, so this will be problem 2. 3, 2, 1, integrate. 1 minute. Twenty seconds. Five. Time is up. All right, the answer is, I will not try to read out this number just in case, Okay, it looks like all four got it correct. Please erase your board, please, yeah. All right, next up we have Devesh, Shiqiao, Bohan, Karthik. Is Bohan Cao here? Oh. All right, Bohan, you're on board 3. All right, made it just in time. All right. All right, everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, integrate. One minute. Twenty seconds. Five. Time is up. Yeah, so as we said, it's okay to not simplify your answer, so we'll check for equivalence. The answer is 1 over pi minus pi over 10. So basically, one thing, so it's just a fun fact, you can check that the integrand is always positive, so the answer is actually constitute like sort of proof that pi is less than square root of 10. All right, so let's check, yeah, so we'll wait for the judges to check for if the answers are equivalent because, it's not obvious. So boards 1, 3, and 4 are correct. One sec. Oh, okay. Okay, board 2 is also correct, so all four got it correct. All right, yeah, please raise your board. All right, so next up is problem number 4. Can we have Jacopo, Henry, Tristan, and Krishna? Everyone ready? Okay. Everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, integrate. One minute. Twenty seconds. Five. Time is up. All right, yeah, please remember to box your answers. Okay, all right, so the answer, obviously we'll check for equivalence. It's negative 189 over 2048. Yeah, so.
Okay, yeah. I think I did one too many on the bottom.
Yeah, so you might have, some of you may have seen like some sort of like integral exam meme where people involve like, involve integrals crazier than this. This is about as much as latex let me do. Yeah.
Bro, what is this Picasso, bro?
I don't know. I try to make it fractal, but it's too messy that way. Yeah.
I can't confirm mine as well.
Yeah, semantic equivalency should be fine.
Well, why don't I just do that? I'm dumb.
Okay, board 3 is correct. Please erase your board. Please erase your board. Please erase your board. Thank you. You all right? You all right? All right. Anyways, so that is the end of first set. The scoreboard. Oh, my laptop is not connected to internet. Whoops. Please give a sec. Okay, cool. So the scoreboard is now updated with the end of set A. So as you can see, the integrals are hopefully still pretty friendly at this point. Although we try to have some fun, we will not really hold back anymore from now on. All right. Next up is set B. Can we have Jacopo, Lurchen, Harry, and Davesh up on the board? Once again, Jacopo, Lurchen, Harry, and Davesh. Wait, sorry. Yeah. Everyone ready? This is problem 5. 3, 2, 1, integrate. One minute. Twenty seconds. Five seconds. Time. The answer is this. So we both of them looks similar, but we should check the signs at least. All right, all four got it correct. erase your board, please. Please erase your board. Yeah, so as if some of you might have noticed, this is pretty much just an exercise in doing partial fractions. All right, next up is problem 6. Can we have Max, Tristan, Shiqiao, and Katie? All right, this is problem 6. Everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, integrate. One minute. Twenty seconds. Five. Time is up. The answer is 1/36 times log 27 to the x to the 4/3 minus 1. So the trick, as many of you notice, is to multiply both top and bottom by x to the 1/3, in which case, okay, it looks like all 4 got it correct. Please erase your boards. All right. Next up is problem 7. Can we have Krishna, Rohan, Gurkira, and Bohan up on the board, please? All right, everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, integrate. One minute. 20 seconds. Five. Time is up. All right. The answer is 4 times square of x plus root x. We will check for equivalence.
That's great.
All right. It seems that only board 3 is correct. Please erase your boards. Please erase your boards. Yeah, clean up of yourself is good habit to have. All right, problem 8. Have Kartik, Jason, Henry, and Mark up on the board, please. Okay, we have problem 8. Everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, integrate. One minute. 20 seconds. Five, box your answers. Time is up. All right. The answer is 1/2 arctan e to x minus arctan h of e to the x. Yeah, so there are some equivalent for the right arctan h. So we will check.
Wait, I actually don't remember. I think it's hyperbolic sine over hyperbolic cosine. Oh wait, I have a sign here, bro.
Yeah, Jason and I match, and then
Okay, so-
Bro, I'm actually cooked. I shouldn't have slept like 5 hours last night. Yeah, there's a sign error in there.
yeah, I think.
Yeah, this should be swapped.
And then so that means I match.
Let's go on pace for last place! Wait, yours is right. Mine has a sign error. Yeah. This should be swapped. It should be u minus 1 over
Yeah,
u
yeah,
plus 1.
yes, I agree.
Yeah, that looks correct. That looks correct. It's off by a constant.
And before I sneakily erased part of the fraction line to make it negative.
Was the 6, 7 sig a joke?
Okay, so boards 1, 2, and 4 are correct.
Dang it.
Please erase your board.
Oh, my bad.
All right, so that is the end of set B. Oh God, my internet keeps disconnecting. Sorry. All right, so this is the scoreboard at the end of set B. So people still continue to do pretty well. Let's see how long that lasts. All right, so next up we have set C. So can we have Bohan, Jason, Max, and Jacopo up on the board, please? Where's Jason? What? Where's Bohan? Where's Bohan? He was here, right? Bohan, you're up on board 1. Yeah, I was about to start without you, so you know. All right, this is problem 9. Everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, integrate. 1 minute. Twenty seconds. Five, box your answers. Time is up. All right. Sorry. The answer is 2 pi over 5. Yeah, so as most of you have noticed, it's basically trying to figure out when the sign of the sum of 4 signs switches signs. So it turns out that it switches signs at 2 pi over 5, pi over 2, and 4 pi over 5. Yeah, so, all right, it seems like nobody got it correct, unfortunately. Please erase your boards. Yeah, let's give it to contestants again. The integrals are definitely getting harder. All right. Problem number 10. Can we have Shiqiao, Henry, Lurchen, and Gerhira up on the board, please? All right, everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, integrate. One minute. Twenty seconds. Five. Time is up. All right. The answer is arc sum 1 over E.
Yeah.
It looks like boards 1 and 4 are correct. Please erase your board. Please erase your board. Yeah, so the correct use up here is u equal to x times e to the negative x. All right, problem 11. Can I have Mark, Krishna, Devesh, and Katie up on the board? Everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, integrate. One minute. Twenty seconds. Five. Time is up. The answer is 1013. Okay, yeah, so all right, so, all right, I can explain briefly. So this one is like, it's very easy if you see it. Basically, the idea is that between n and n plus 1, the remaining terms always never change. So the average is always equal to 1/2. Yeah, so if you see this is like a 5-second integral. It seems like, regardless of how you got there, boards 1, 2, and 3 are correct. Yeah. All right, please erase your board. Thank you. All right, problem 12. Can we have Tristan, Harry, Karthik, and Rohan? Everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, integrate. One minute. 20 seconds. Five. Time is up. The answer is 3.5. All right. All right. Boards 1 and 3 are correct. Please erase your boards. All right, so let's take a look at the scoreboard again after. Oh, God. Why does my internet keep disconnecting? Okay, all right, so this is a scoreboard at the end of the third set. So, like there are people who are ahead and the people who are behind, but we have 2 sets to go. And remember, you can gain up to 3 points per solve, and you can lose up to 3 points if you fail. So there's still a lot to play for. All right, problem 13. Can we have Henry, Max, Devesh, and Rohan up on the board, please? Very best of luck to all the contestants. This is problem 13. Everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, integrate. Shh, please. One minute. Twenty seconds. Five. Box your answers. Time. Okay, we'll check, but our intent answer is this. What are you trying to point to?
Okay, so it wasn't.
What is P pointing to? PSX squared.
I have never seen a hyperbolic sign in my life. I don't know what that is.
I don't think it's the right. No. Yes. Yeah, please also give it to our judges. They are doing a lot of work right now.
Okay, 4 is correct. I need to look at this.
No fire.
So, wait, you checked 3?
Yeah, yeah, 3 is not correct. Okay. Okay, so board 4 is correct.
Let's go, Bashi!
Please erase your board, thank you. All right, problem 14. Can we have Le Chen, Bo Hong, Mark, and Tristan up on the board, please? All right. Everyone ready? Problem 14. 3, 2, 1, integrate. One minute. Twenty seconds. Five. Time is up. The answer is this. We'll check. So, yeah. So as people may have noticed, basically, well, there are actually two ways to go about this. You can either do a lot of product to sum to reduce it to a bunch of sum of cosines, and that, or you can expand in terms of powers of cosine 1013x. These are all cosines. These are all cosines, so that's not good. No. Oh. Okay, so boards 1 and 4 are correct. Please erase your boards. Please erase your boards. All right, problem 15. Can I have Katie, Jacopo, Karthik, and Gorkira? Everyone ready? All right. 3, 2, 1, integrate. One minute. Twenty seconds. Five. Time. Why do you have two useops here? Okay. Okay. Anyways, here's the answer. We will check for equivalence. Okay, so we'll mean if theta is 2 arctan e to the x. Okay, so plug that in.
Two arctan. What is it?
Theta is 2 arctan e to the x. I will give you a warning on this because you have to like solve for the inverse here, which is like so please don't do this next time. Just copy that.
My gut sense tells me this isn't right. Yeah, but I took out the, right. Yeah, still, that doesn't seem to be, yeah. Doesn't look right.
All right. Unfortunately, none of them is correct. Yeah, from the answer, you might be able to guess that doing integration by parts is the way to go. All right, so that's problem 15. Next up is problem 16. Can I have Jason, Shiqiao, Krishna, and Harry? All right, this is problem 16. Everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, integrate. One minute. Twenty seconds. Five. Box your answers. Time. I take it that you want these two to, okay. All right, the answer is very close but not right. No. Yeah, this is close, but it's not right. Yeah, so the idea is, so you do have the right idea. The idea is to guess that the answer is of this form and try to find F. Yeah, you got pretty close, but unfortunately it's not right. All right, so I don't think any of the four are correct. Yeah, please erase your board. Thank you very much. All right, so fortunately, if everyone fails, you don't lose any points. So so the standing didn't change much, I guess. Yeah. So as we head into the last set, there are still a lot of people near the cutoff. So the last set will decide everything. I wish you all the best. All right. Problem 17. Can I have Max, Karthik, Krishna, and Lurchen? Okay. This is problem 17. Everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, integrate. One minute. Twenty seconds. Five. Box your answers. Time is up. Do you have an answer? No answer. All right. The answer is 0.
I guessed again.
All right. Boards 2 and 3 are correct. Yeah, so once you do, after doing product to sum, you can show that the two cosines, the integral of two cosines are the same.
You substitute equals 2 of x in the first one. X
Yeah.
equals 2 times u in the first one. And then there comes-
Okay, anyways,
So what I'm saying integrate from 1 to 2 is
all right. Please erase the board and yeah.
yeah.
Okay, problem 18. Can I have Bohan, Harry, Katie, and Henry? All right, everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, integrate. One minute. 20 seconds. Five. Box your answers. Time. This is definitely integral, by the way. Sorry. Yeah. All right. The answer is -3/2. Yeah. Unfortunately, now you are correct. Still, very nice attempt from everyone. All right, problem 19. Can I have Rohan, Mark, Jacopo, and Shiqiao? All right, everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, integrate. One minute. Twenty seconds. Five. Time. Box answer you haven't?
I just guessed it.
All right. You know the integral is scary if I have to shrink the font size? The answer is 1. All right. Yeah, so board. Okay, board 3 is correct. Please erase your board, thank you. Yeah, so it turns out that, the idea is to do partial fractions and then use the same trick as problem 17 to show that 2 of the fractions cancel out. All right, so that is problem 19. So next up we have problem 20. Can I have Gorkirad, Devesh, Jason, and Tristan? This is the final problem of the regular season. Okay. Problem 20. Everyone ready? 3, 2, 1. Integrate. One minute. $20. Five, box your answers. Time is up. The answer is yeah, I don't think. Okay. Anyway, so believe it or not, this thing has an antiderivative. So yeah. Yeah, and both if you're plugging both top and bottom, both of them become a sum of geometric series. Yeah. So I don't think anyone got it correct. Yeah. Again, very valiant efforts. Yeah. All right. Please erase your board. All right. So at the end of the regular season, here is the final scoreboard. Congratulations to Tristan, Kartik, Gurkirap, Jacopo, Krishna, Shichao, Lurchen, and Devesh for advancing to the playoffs. We'll now take a quick break while Amity Marching Band performs for us.